This week on Sport Fishing, we're going to be fishing aboard my boat, the Misueño 3, and fishing with me today is Amy from Save on Tackle in Santa Fe, California. So what we're going to do is fish along the wall today, look for calico, sand bass. You never know what to expect. So stay tuned for this week's exciting episode of Sport Fishing.
I'm Dan Hernandez and I live to fish.
That's a nice vermilion right there. Yeah, this is what fishing's like.
I have been fishing along the Pacific coast my entire life. Let me bring you in the action and share with you some great fishing tips along the way.
So what the fish are doing, they're picking up the bait and they're swimming right in those rocks. So, tie on another hook. He's in the rock. Oh, I got him out. Got him out. You gotta get that sardine right up on that rock because those fish are so tight in there because there's so many things that can eat them. So let's see what this is. Looks like a calico. There we go. Nice little calico. It's a little calico bass to start off our day. So Amy, this is what we're going to try to catch today. There's more of these.
Okay.
And with the new rules here in California, they have to be 14 inches. So this one's a little one. Not that we're going to keep any today anyways.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and let this one go. Oh, he dropped it. I just got bit and lost it. Or did I? No, I have a fish. Here it comes, a little calico. This is a tiny calico, not what we're trying to catch. Right species, wrong size. Got this one on a B52 Bucktail with some squid on there. See if we can get a bigger one. Okay, this is Amy's bait. She's brought it in. Those are all teeth marks from calico bass. So
Nice.
yeah, so you gotta keep your finger on the line. So as you feel your bait swim, you should be able to feel those bites. Those are really good bites, but probably smaller fish because they didn't eat the whole bait. So when you feel that bite, you want to pay attention.
Okay.
That's why your bait was swimming so far away from the boat, because you got tired of getting bit.
Oh.
All right,
Okay.
so let's put a live bait on. So bring your rod down a little bit. So right here in our bait tank, we have all the live sardines. When you dig down there, you don't want to grab a whole bunch of them, just grab one or two. And make sure the hook goes right here in front of the eyeballs, just like that, nice and lively. And what we want to do is put your bait right up on these rocks. So I'll just cast it for you, just like that. On a bucktail. See what this is. I think it's a sand bass, or no, a calico bass. Here's my fish. Nice calico bass. Looks like he's legal. Ate the blue and white bucktail with some squid on it. Pretty easy fishing here. We're just getting started, only been here less than an hour. We got a bunch of fish already, picking away at these. No monsters yet, but it's still early in the morning. Trying to get Amy on a fish here. We got to get her on a fish real quick. But let's take a little break from the action here aboard the Missueño here in Long Beach, California, and go to the tackle box and give you a good look at the gear you need for this type of fishing that we're doing today. This week in the tackle box, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what we're doing today, fishing over at the breakwater. And fishing at the breakwater is pretty simple. We know the fish are going to be close to the structure, close to the rocks, so that's where we're going to be fishing. We're going to get our baits as close to those rocks as we can. And the reason the fish are there is that they're hiding out in those rocks to stay away from the sharks and the seals that are cruising the area, but they also hide in those rocks to ambush any of the bait fish that swim by. They'll be in the kelp, they'll be in those rocks, and once a bait fish, sardine, anchovy, any small bait fish swims by, they're just gonna come out and they're gonna grab it. So we wanna get our bait close to that and work it back toward the boat. As far as rods and reels, I like something like this, nice and small, kind of a bait caster type reel, but I like the level wind on it. And the level wind makes it nice and easy so I don't have to concentrate. I don't have to worry about working my line back and forth with my fingers. I can concentrate on fishing my lure by the structure and catching the fish. You can find these at most of your tackle stores. And I like the pistol grip on my rod. Makes it nice for casting and working the bait back. So it makes it nice and convenient for me. This is what I fish most of the time. I'd be fishing with 15 or 20 pound test line. If I get those bigger fish, I wouldn't be afraid to go up to 25 pound test line. Those rocks are very sharp, so it works out really good. If you wanted to put Spectra on here, you could. I wouldn't go anything lighter than 80 pound Spectra, and then put a piece of 20 pound monofilament or fluorocarbon on top of that. Don't want to go straight Spectra just because you're going to hook so many rocks. It'd be so hard to break it off. Now, as far as baits and all that, for fishing the breakwater today, we're using a lot of live sardines. So for that, I like to use a live bait hook. Use these mustad hooks. They work out really good. And this is what they look like. And these are thin wire hooks. These are the mustads, the 9174s. They're a thinner wire hook. They work out really good. They're a little bit lighter, nice and strong. Use them all the time for calico, sand bass, halibut, even use them for tuna fishing. I like these hooks a lot. Another way I like to fish along the breakwater is with bucktails. I love using bucktails. Just bounce them off the rocks, cast them out there, work them all the way back. Green and yellow is probably my favorite colors for calico bass and sand bass. I also like the red and white, catch a lot of white sea bass and halibut on this, and I catch bass on this too. You can use a whole squid or a strip of squid, both works really good. Work those, cast them out to the rocks, work them back to you, and if you want to let one just lay there on the edge of the rocks and the mud, just let it sit there. You might catch a halibut. Lots of cabezon, they like to eat these things with the squid on them. It works really good. So this is just the basic gear you need for this type of fishing. Let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. There we go. Give it a little bit more line. There's Amy's first calico of the day.
Yippee!
Got in a live sardine. Fly line with what, 20 pound test line?
Yes.
And we got mustad live bait hooks here. I think about size 2.0. Nice calico bass. Not bad, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's just see if he's legal. I think this one might be a little short. He is legal.
Woohoo!
Just 14 inches right there. All right, cool. All right, nice fish, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, this is what we're gonna be doing, more of this, throwing some live baits, throwing some squid on bucktails, and working really close to the rocks like we're doing, see if we can get some more fish like this.
Now he definitely got bit.
It's in the rocks. Oh. Calico. See, you're looking like a pro now.
Yeah.
It's like number 4 for you. That's just that blue and white bucktail. You can see how we're fishing them, the bucktails today. We're not really bouncing them, moving around a lot. We're fishing that fin bait right up on the surface because the water's nice and warm. We're just letting these sit on the bottom and kind of bouncing them from rock to rock. That breakwater that we're fishing comes way out past us here. And as we bounce them over those rocks, and they just flutter a little bit, and bass are coming up and eating them. Calico.
Nice.
Nice calico.
Whoa.
Oh, there he goes. It was a legal calico, a nice calico. We had him right there in the boat. That happens sometimes. So you see what you want to do on that is when you get bit, just wait a couple seconds.
Okay.
Let him eat it. Like I didn't wait long enough because he just barely had the hook in him. He spit it out right there at the surface. Well, we got him. All right, I'm gonna put on another bait so you can get another fish.
Hi, my name is Mike Schad. Welcome to the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium. Here at the aquarium, I'm standing in front of our kelp tank, which is an aquarium that shows you the kind of fish you find in a kelp forest right here off Southern California. One of the fish that everybody really identifies with is called a kelp bass or a calico bass. I think one of the reasons people like it is because it's beautiful. It blends in with the environment so readily. Calico bass, kelp bass are very common in our local kelp forests. They really are kind of an iconic kelp forest inhabitant.
Sand bass, first sand bass of the day.
Oh.
Another species to add to our list. And on a bucktail, just sitting there on the bottom.
Wow.
You want to touch it?
Nope. How fast?
It is sand bass.
Wow.
Right up. Here we go, nice fish. Nice job.
Yikes. It's a
Now set the hook, set the hook. There you go, now wind it. There you go, set the hook in the fish. Here it comes, another calico. Nice job.
Thank you.
And you did good. You're getting more patient, you're waiting, and now you're landing more fish. This one's definitely legal. All right, Amy. Now what do you think of these bucktails? Come on here. It's your fish. What do you think of the bucktails now?
Yikes.
So Amy works over at Save on Tackle. Her family's owned it since the beginning. Your dad had, what, 3 tackle stores at one time?
More than that.
More than that?
Oh yeah, close to 5.
5 tackle stores at one time? So now as Bob's getting older and thinking about retiring, which I doubt he ever will, Amy's stepping in. She's going to start running Save on Tackle soon. And we have her out here fishing with us today. Nice job. All right, we're going to take a little break from the action and we're going to go to the galley and show you how to cook up one of these delicious fish that we're catching today. This week in the galley, we're at All Street Cafe in Cerritos, California. We're with Robin again. Thanks, Robin, for inviting us back.
Anytime, Dan. We
And-
enjoy having you.
Thank you. And hopefully our viewers are coming over and eating here. I hear from some of them that they really like coming back, so we thought we'd come back here and wanted to see what you had in store for us today.
We're going to do today a fresh grilled halibut with a lemon basil sauce.
Cool.
So it's been marinating a little bit, and we'll put this on the grill, and then I'll show you how I made my marinade.
Okay. Boy, that's gonna cook up fast. Okay, so how do we get the sauce made?
Okay, we start off with some fresh lemon juice. Then we add our olive oil, our fresh garlic. You never have enough fresh garlic.
Yes, I agree with that.
Some zest of a lemon.
And this doubles as a marinade too, right?
Yes. Give it a good whisk, and then we'll just fold in some capers and some fresh basil.
Cool.
And that's easy enough.
You got a nice hot grill there.
I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper. Just gonna brush on a little of the marinade. All right, Dan, I think the fish is ready.
Yep, I agree. That halibut looks good.
Better try.
Yeah, I gotta try this. This looks good, Robin. A little bit of rice. It just melts, and you can always tell when fish is cooked properly and start to just separate it like that all by itself, you know it's ready. This is really good. And then for our viewers, if they don't know much about your restaurant, can you tell us a little bit about your menu?
Okay, we're open 7 days a week. We're only open for breakfast and lunch. We pride ourselves in a homemade menu. We make everything from scratch. We make jams and jellies and soups and homemade breads. We've been to Staples and Cerritos over 35 years. So
And how can people find you on the internet?
they can find us on offstreetcafe.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. You name it. So
Cool. Well, this is really good. Thank you, Robin. It's
Thanks
nice
for
to be
coming in.
back. Thanks for having us back.
you got it, Dan.
All right, well, let's get back on the water and show you more exciting action right here on Sport Fishing. Something ate my sardine. Ooh, it's a big mackerel. Little mackerel. Normally we just release these, but what we like to do out here when we're out on the boat, fishing along breakwater, like to keep a couple of them just in case we see like yellows come by, or what works really good on these are thresher sharks. So we'll just keep them right here with our live bait. There's deep color. Nice sand bass. There we go. Nice sand bass on a bucktail. See, Amy, now you can tell people in the store that they actually catch fish. This guy got it good. This is a nice big fish. This is the biggest fish we got so far today. All right, there's that big bass. Beautiful sand bass. Nice big fish. This is what we're trying to catch. It is a sculpin, it looks like. Rattlesnake. Oh no, cabezon. Nice cabezon. Okay, here's my cabezon. Got him on that bucktail, and he went all the way back in the rock. You can see that bucktail right there in his mouth. And a B52 bucktail. And nice cabezon. Probably just barely legal, but we're gonna let him go anyways. It's a nice fish. Nice little calico. And that's all we're doing today, Amy and I. I see Amy in the store all the time, and I thought I'd bring her out here. And we're having a little bit of fun. She's caught a few fish, I've caught a few fish, and we're just, I'm just kind of sharing with her the techniques that we use here. So when people come into the store and they want to buy the B52 bucktails, she can explain how to use them and the live bait hooks and how we use them here along the local breakwater. A lot of the customers that she gets at the store are lots of local guys that fish local waters like this. And if you have your own boat, coming out here, bring the family, the kids, or just come out by yourself and fish along the wall like this, it's a lot of fun. There's a nice fisher. Another calico. What's this, number 30 calico today or something? Straight up.
There we go.
Let's put the rod down. And this one you got on a bucktail. This one is the chrome bucktail with the white. And that's how you see the white. This fish really engulfed it.
the Long Beach Breakwater was built in 1949, do you know how long it extends? Is it 2.5 miles, 8.5 miles, or 5.5 miles? That's right, it's 2.5 miles.
There you go, Amy, got another one.
Oh my goodness.
How many fish do you think we caught today? Over 20,
I was gonna say, yeah, at least over 20.
maybe 25. This is on a bucktail. Let's see what we got. What is it? Nice sand bass. Oh, nice sand bass. Got that on that bucktail with the whole squid on there. He devoured the squid. And that's just another one of the many fish we got today. But thanks, Amy, for coming out with us.
Thank you for having me.
Had lots of fun.
Tons of fun.
Let me release this one real quick. There it goes. All right, well, for this week's tip of the week, I guess the tip I can give you is, don't be afraid to fish locally. And the breakwater is a great local spot. If you go into like Save-On that Amy's family owns and ask questions on where to, what to use and what techniques and stuff, Amy can give you some answers now that she's done it. But this week's tip is, if you have a small boat and you want to go fish and you don't want to travel far, come to the breakwaters. Lots of great spots to fish here. Just use your fish finder, go up and down the breakwater and find where those fish are all gathered, and go ahead and fish like we did. We used live sardines today. We use B52 Bucktails with whole squid, and then Amy's fishing now with a small strip of squid with the sliding sinker. All three techniques worked and we had lots of fun. But thanks for joining me today, Amy.
Thanks again, Dan.
It was a lot of fun. I'm Dan Hernandez, and for Amy, hoping you enjoyed this week's episode of Sport Fishing, and I hope you join us again next week as we go looking for more of the best in sport fishing.